about as strong as he possibly could to take on Crystal Palace. In terms of the home side, well, they've made a couple of changes from the last time they played. That ended up a 3-3 draw against Liverpool. Needed penalties to get past them to get into this round. Lee in goal, White, Jamaid, Farquhar and Walker-Smith, who has also played for the under-18s this season, across the back four. King and Reed, the two in the engine room of midfield. Gibbard, Williams and Rio Cardines behind Brownlee up front, and Darren Powell has gone strong as well. Obviously he's had to make a couple of changes for whatever reason, but trying to find a way that it doesn't end up a high scoring draw that goes to penalties, I would imagine.
I know it's not good for the heart, is it, when that happens, but they had a very entertaining game against Liverpool, penalties to win it. United's was entertaining as well against Sunderland, another high scoring game, and you just can't see that changing, so we'll see what happens. I don't think it'll be 0-0, Liam.
I hope you're right. You've said it twice now. You absolutely jinxed it. In terms of Manchester United, loads of players that you could pick out here. Chido Obi has been a real standout for his work rate up front. He will create chances by closing down relentlessly. That's one to have a look at. But I think for me, Godwill Kokonki and the athleticism that he shows at left back has been brilliant to watch this season.
Yeah, he has. Once he's such a specimen that he's so difficult to get the better of, and then once you turn him the other way and he opens those legs, he's extremely difficult to stop, and he's as good an attacker as any that we have on the field. But I'm interested to watch quite a few of these today. Shea Lacey, who you just mentioned, is somebody that always excites me when he gets on the ball. Yeah,
absolutely the case. He'll play off the right, but has got a wand of a left foot, so we shall wait and see what he can deliver for us this evening. I wonder, going into these games, whether the will to win overtakes the development. We're in the Manchester United Academy to grow and develop, and I just wonder when it gets to a quarter-final and a semi-final whether actually winning becomes the thing that the players are most concentrated on.
Well, these lads will be, you know, really disappointed that they didn't pick Chelsea to win it in the last game, so they'll want to go one better this time. So I would probably say that once you get to, you know, within 3 games now of actually coming out on top of the pile, and bearing in mind Chelsea have already gone, then yeah, I think they'll just put the development to one side and exchange that for winning these next 3 games if they possibly can.
That was a nice embrace at the top of your picture there. That is Adam Lawrence and Darren Powell as the two of them come together. There's high fives and handshakes, but there was a big old hug between the two lead coaches for these two sides, and the respect obviously is there between the two lead coaches. Adam Lawrence, coming back to Manchester United, has done a great job, hasn't he? He is a South London boy at heart. I think he's was ex-Millwall, wasn't he, Adam Lawrence? And you'll certainly hear him over the course of this 90 minutes. If you haven't watched any academy football with us over the course of this season, then I promise you he is loud enough for you to be able to follow along what coaching advice he's delivering to his players as we go through the game. Darren Powell had a great career too. Played so many games in the Football League for teams like Brentford and Crystal Palace. So yeah, delivering some of that experience into the Crystal Palace Academy. I think he was brought in by Roy Hodgson, actually, at that sort of time when Hodgson was the Palace boss. So there you go, a little bit of odd information for you before we start this game. We are underway, and it's Crystal Palace to get us started as Manchester United look to find a way into the semi-finals at the VBS Community Stadium. Long ball downfield from Palace is directly out of play, and United will want to start with the same tempo that we've seen them start games all the way through this season, Ben.
Yeah, they will, and especially against this side, Palace, because they work hard, and you've already alluded to the fact that we've played them at various different academy levels quite often in recent weeks and months, and they're a very difficult obstacle to get past. Strong unit, well organised, work hard. So yeah, Adam Lawrence will demand that United lads start well.
Out comes Murdoch to deal with that potential dangerous situation. Musa closed down by Cardines. Kokonki looks to fight his way through. Yeah, it's going to leave a mark, isn't it?
Well, he did against his own player, I think. I think he caught one of them that caught him right on the end of his fingertips.
Oh, yeah. At least it's not too cold. They're the worst, aren't they, when it's a little bit damp and it's like -1. Got Umbro embossed on your leg from it being clattered at you from close range.
Somebody was nearly embossed on the bench then as well from that.
low dugouts. You don't see those too often, do you? Where the dugouts are actually subterranean. Lethal. Dan Armour. I don't know about you, but Ben and I have both come waltzing into work today in a rather delightful mood. Might have something to do with Manchester United confirming Champions League football next season and beating Liverpool while they were at it. It was a good day yesterday. If you haven't seen the highlights, they're available for you on the Manchester United official app right now. Enjoyed ourselves yesterday, didn't we?
We certainly did. We were two of many that will have enjoyed themselves yesterday.
Cleared away by Murdoch. Reed just giving himself a bit of room to get that forward to Williams. Seb Williams just can't quite bring that under control, and then good work from Jayden Camerson to get across. Put a decent tackle in. A couple of notable names on the Manchester United bench as well today. Players that have ended the EFL season with their loan clubs and are now back and available for Manchester United's under-21s. Players like James Scanlon and Gabe Biancheri, who are both on the bench today, had a very good start to the season with United's under-21s, which is why their loan move happened. Chido Obi has been penalised for the handball there, but just a little highlight of what I was saying about how hard he works to try and win balls back in those positions.
I think he was quite unlucky there as well.
It's a really good ball, isn't it, from Victor Musa, looking for Kokonki again. It's just going to be clipped out of play for a throw-in, but good link up down this left-hand side for United.
Yeah, good ball from Musa. You could hear the shout from Godwill Kokonki as he went on that underlapping run, and he curled the ball beautifully into his path, but Farker came across, as any good centre-half will, to snuff out any danger.
You can see the powerful running of Kokonki already. Steals that away and finds Tyler Fletcher. Both twins on the field today. Try and let you know which one's which, but essentially 6 is Tyler, 10 is Jack. Lacey into Jimmy Thwaites. Thwaites looking for Obi. I think may well have actually been looking for the run into the penalty area from behind him. Away it comes from Tyler White. Swept away, brought down by Obi. Obi finds the pass too. Knocked forward again by Fletcher. Obi is lurking. Goalkeeper Harry Lee takes no chances. Camerson lets it run. That ball into the box looked like it could have been meant for one of a couple of players, Ben.
Yeah, I think, I'm not sure, but there was definitely a runner. It may have been Jack Fletcher that was coming in behind Chido Obi.
Murdoch drills the pass away, coming back from an offside position, and the indirect free kick taken quickly by Tyler Fletcher. Good closing down from Musa again. Musa immediately turns round and just holding the pass forward to account ever so slightly. He felt that it should have been a little better than it was, but Dan Armour under pressure. Referee deciding just to halt play for a second. Oh, dearie me. Well, I think it probably sounded worse than it was, but Jim Thwaites certainly caught one there.
We have got a microphone right underneath us, haven't we?
Good work from Fletcher. Jack Fletcher looking for the ball forward to Musa. This is where United are so difficult to play against. They swarm that counter press where they, second that they lose the ball, they keep players committed forward to try and win it back. Lacey can't get there. Into the area where Williams tries to get on the end of it, and Murdoch hoists it clear. Picked up by Palace. Rio Cardines. It's a brave header, isn't it, from Sonny Al-Joffrey? Just gets his forehead to it, knocks it away.
He just took a little bit too long there, didn't it, Rio Cardines, just to step inside. Thought he might have actually had a shot from there.
Any of you that might play a bit of football socially, I promise you that the balls that you've been playing with have been drastically underinflated as well. This is thrown in. When you actually play with one of these PL2 balls, they are rock hard. Thwaites turns and is felled by King. Good footwork from Jimmy Thwaites. Real strength of Dan Armour, that left foot pass that he thumps in between the lines.
Yeah.
Good turn from Williams. It's a good tackle from Fletcher. Good footwork too to find Obi. Just to get it down the right-hand side for Lacey. Shea Lacey, this is the position that he loves to be in. Dancing around on the edge of the 18-yard box. Just leaves it behind. And Williams can tidy up. Thunderous shout of good and well played from Adam Lawrence on the far side of the field. Likes that counter press from his side. On a side note, I think this white kit's my favourite kit this season. It's a real close call between that and the full black.
I've always liked the black. But the white looks nice in the summer.
It's nearly there. We're approaching the summer. Kokonki just plays that in between Lacey and Thwaites. But again, look how many white shirts have been left high up the field here. Palace trying to bypass, not going to get that past Kokonki. Good touch from Fletcher.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think Jack Fletcher has every right to complain to the assistant referee that that should have been a free kick.
Yeah, he was certainly shoved there. I think he's absolutely right.
Tyler is also arguing the case for his brother. Nil-nil. Just coming up 10 minutes played. All the way back to Farquhar. Obi closing down. Harry Lee into midfield. Can't get it past Tyler Fletcher. Been a bright start from Manchester United, this. Camerson retrieves the ball. Al-Joffrey. Obi. Caught between a couple. It's well done from Lacey. That's another decision that hasn't gone Manchester United's way, and another one where Ben and I have just given each other a sidelong look. Free kick for you, Ben?
Definitely. I mean, he'd skip past him. Why would he go down?
Camerson into Thwaites. Back it goes to Al-Joffrey. Ball into the channel. Yeah, forces a bit of a hurried clearance. Doesn't go out of play, though, and that's going to allow Lacey a bit of room to manoeuvre. Camerson to Lacey. If you were going to cross that, probably first time was your only opportunity to do it. Quickly closed down So United recycle the ball.
Yeah, they need to be patient. As we said before the game kicked off, this is a difficult team to get the better of, Crystal Palace. They're athletic, they're big, they're strong, they're quick. You just have to be patient.
Jaden Camerson weaves away from a challenge. Now Joffrey back to Armour. Finds Kukonki. Armour to Al Joffrey again. Lacey finds a bit of space. Fletcher, this time the referee gives the foul.
Good use of the body from Tyler Fletcher. Just make sure that he shields it, the ball from the man behind him, and he had no choice but to commit to trying to bring him down once he'd let the ball run through him. Good ball from Shea Lacey as well.
It's a good opportunity, this. Thwaites, who is Manchester United's dead ball specialist for both 18s and 21s, standing over it, unless you want the left foot of Lacey. That's where they go. Left foot of Lacey, bouncing ball through the area, but drags it wide of the upright.
There's not many times when we say it's bounced and it's now in somebody's garden behind the stand. I think he was just trying to catch him out at his near post, wasn't he? Harry Lee.
Tackle from Tyler Fletcher, and Kukonki strong in the challenge too. Armour steps in, puts another strong tackle in. Thwaites can't pick that one up. Intercepted on the edge of the box by Tyler Fletcher. Shea Lacey back in defending as well. Gets the free kick.
Yeah, sometimes you've got to battle, and United did exactly that there on the edge of the box. When each player was called upon, there was no shirking, they were in straight away, and then Shea Lacey just nips in, tidies everything up and wins his side a free kick. Proper teamwork. You have to earn the right to play, and United are slowly doing that.
Well, Dylan Reid has just been read the right attack by the referee, Mr. Adrian Quelch. It's a strong surname, Quelch. Not a common one, is it?
I've never heard of it before in my life.
Told Dylan Reid in no uncertain terms that he wasn't going to give him any more. Kukonki. How many other footballing twins can you think of? Have a think on that whilst we're going through this first half. It's well collected by the goalkeeper. Good starting position.
That are still playing?
No.
So the De Silva twins, for example.
Yeah, that's definitely one. And with a Manchester United connection as well. Marks out of 10 for your first one. All the way back to Lee. Closed down by Obi. Just the ball almost looked like it was going to escape him, didn't it? Managed to get the pass away. But again, United leaving bodies committed forward, making life so difficult for Palace to get out. That's a really good switch, though. And then runs into Kukonki. As he comes down from jumping for the ball, he sort of comes down with his arm over the shoulder of the Palace player, and that's why he gets penalised.
Opportunity now for Palace to test the steel in United's defence and the organisation. It's going to be an outswinger.
Held against the running forward line. Cannot be kept in play.
Tell you what, it's as good a ball as you'll see.
A bit too much on it, if you were being hypercritical.
Well, I think... No, I thought that was a really good ball, I have to say. I just thought that nobody really gambled. I know you have to time your run in those situations because of where the defensive line is, but it's played into a brilliant area.
Towards Cheeto, who's just wrestling to get himself into position. Wrestles too hard. Craig Farquhar ends up down on the floor, and Cheeto Obi penalised for the foul.
Frank and Ronald de Boer.
Yep, perfect. Another set of footballing twins. Haven't been all that many. Certainly not ones that are well known enough to remember. Away it comes. It's well won by Jim Thwaites, Fletcher, Kokonki. Palace have got numbers back here. In good shape too. Chance maybe developing for Palace into the penalty area. Really well read and good tracking too from Tyler Fletcher.
Excellent covering.
Been a physical old affair, hasn't it?
It has.
In the opening 20 minutes.
I don't think we expected anything less. I've been given another one, but I can't take any credit for it.
Who's handed it to you? Friend of the show?
Friend of the show.
Okay. What's he giving you?
Lars and Sven Bender.
Oh, Borussia Dortmund and...
someone else.
Yeah. Borussia Dortmund and... Bayer Leverkusen. They played for. You've got the D'Ambrosio twins as well. Danilo and whatever the other one was called.
David, is it? No?
Shea Lacey.
Great
Lifts
ball.
one towards the back post. Musa tries to hook it back across the box. Cleared away by Crystal Palace. It was a brilliant ball, wasn't it, from Shea Lacey to pick out Musa at the back post.
As good as that touch from Dan Armour as well. Makes such a difference, that. And you can set things going straight away when your control's as instant and as accurate as that was. But yes, it was a great ball from Shea Lacey. The first real opening, wasn't it? As he floated that ball to Victor Musa at the back post. Picked him out really well.
Brilliant interception from Camerson. Great tackle from Dylan Reid. Great football all round. Proper football. Dario was the other D'Ambrosio. Thanks very much to another friend of the show for texting in there. Ramiro Funes Mori. Remember him from Everton?
Yeah.
He was a twin.
Was he?
Yeah. His brother was Rogelio, I think. Played up front. Not anywhere big, but yeah, another set of footballing twins. There's a few knocking around. We'll stop that there before it gets too boring.
Well, I'm already exhausted.
We had Rafael and Fabio de Silva on Inside Carrington just a couple of weeks ago. If you fancy going back and reminiscing about what that was like in the mid-noughties to have Fabio and Rafael in and around the Manchester United squad, it's well worth a listen. That's available for you wherever you get your podcast from, or on YouTube or the Manchester United website now. 0-0 here, 22 minutes played, a physical tussle, and you get the feeling more and more that it's whoever wins the physical battle is probably going to go on and have the most success in this game, Ben.
Yeah, certainly, because neither side has had anything clear-cut as of yet.
Dan Armour with a lovely run and a decent pass too. And then the ball played against Victor Musa. He gets a little unlucky, doesn't it, that it ends up looping up and back to a Palace player.
It's been a very sort of open game, but nobody really taking control. Both teams very committed, no question about that. Both teams trying to play, but also both teams doing their best to close the other down.
I'm not sure either goalkeeper's had a shot to save yet.
No.
Fletcher. Victor Musa. Second attempt at the cross, gets it away that time. Falls in the penalty area, but Shea Lacey can't bring it under control. Again, it's a brilliant interception from Fletcher. Tyler just gets a toe to it. Musa again, ball into the penalty area. He gets put behind by the Palace player, and they can go absolutely anywhere, can't they? He does brilliantly to control it and send it behind for the corner.
Yeah, great ball. Lovely little touch from Tyler Fletcher. And he just dinks this to the far post. It was it Ty White it was that was coming in defending, but it was a lovely ball from Victor Musa. Charlie Walker-Smith in this right-back spot, just been caught out a couple of times.
Clipped to the back post. It's a good header too. Well, Sonny El Joffrey's done brilliantly to generate any power on that, and as he does so, heads towards the back post. It only needs a touch to turn it home. Nobody can get there.
Yeah, puts it into a great area. No way that he's heading for goal. But he just wanted to put it into a place where somebody could just gamble, break themselves from the pack and go and stick out a leg.
Work rate from this Manchester United side has been really impressive over the opening 25 minutes. Musa closing down. Clever pass from Craig Farquhar. Will Murdoch.
Well, they've been playing for long enough now to realise that they are going to have to work extremely hard to be able to get the better of this Palace side.
I thought it was really interesting last week in the two Champions League games that we saw, where you saw Bayern against PSG and an absolute thriller on the Tuesday, and then the total opposite on the Wednesday. And now everybody wants a high-scoring thriller, don't they? But actually, the quality of football in both games was great.
Yeah.
Just one was more defensive than the other.
Yeah.
Styles make fights, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, you can't even, when you look at a game that's finished 5-4, you could sarcastically joke that it wasn't a great night for the defences, but the goals that were scored by both sides and the quality that was on show, it's difficult to pin any blame on either defence from either side.
Danny Armour. El Joffrey. Camerson comes back to El Joffrey. Somebody said to me that the Arsenal tie is probably the most likely one to end up going to penalties, and I disagreed. Might be 10 apiece, but it could still be going to penalties. Hardly anything between them. And a foul given away by Manchester United.
It's what you want, though, isn't it, going into a second leg with them so evenly matched. I mean, at one stage, Bayern Munich were completely dead and buried, and those 2 goals have given them a huge lifeline to play the game in Germany. And Arsenal have a home tie, and they're not trailing.
That's a lovely ball forward. Chido-Obi in the area. Oh, what a save. Lee manages to get his hands to it, I think, and pushes it over the top. Ball into him was brilliant, and the shot on target from Chido-Obi is turned away.
Well, they've been threatening, because there are so many balls that Crystal Palace have played that have been intercepted. They've got little touches on them, and they're just waiting for a chance to pounce, and they did that. And Harry Lee has to take credit. Really good save from Chido-Obi.
It's led to this corner. Referee making sure that the ball is entirely in the quadrant. And wants to have a conversation with defenders and attackers in the penalty area. Well, the referee is fallen into the trap, I think, of getting involved in a conversation with players. Here is the delivery. Whipped in dangerously. Jimmy Thwaites on those corner taking duties. Doesn't half know how to hit a dead ball. Lacey has a go. He's going to go behind for a second corner in succession. Lethal ball into the box from Jimmy Thwaites.
He doesn't have put a good ball in. Open play, corners, free kicks, you name it. He has the quality to be able to deliver right on the money. And he's loitering the corner of that 18-yard box just in case anything pops out to him.
Jack Fletcher trying to get in front of the goalkeeper, headed back across by Al Joffrey underneath the crossbar, challenged by Jack Fletcher. Goalkeeper goes down, and they are a protected species, these goalkeepers, so regardless of whether Jack Fletcher was challenging for the ball, the contact on the keeper draws the free kick. The referee is communicating clearly. It's a Manchester United throw-in. I'm not sure it's being listened to on occasion, Ben.
He was actually still standing in the United half, but because he threw it backwards, he thought that
okay.
was all right.
I'm not going to die on this hill, says the referee. Joffrey chasing back against Brownlee. Bundles over the Manchester United captain, and a free kick to Manchester United. Will Murdoch just giving everybody a minute here to regain position.
Nice.
Yeah, it's clever from Murdoch, isn't it? Just plays it round the attacker. Cardines needed to make sure that that was played hard enough. Back to Harry Lee. There wasn't an awful lot in it, Ben.
No, there wasn't. It was a risky ball that only just had enough on it.
Murdoch. Fletcher down the line, but intercepted by Walker-Smith.
Was this the ground where Sutton United knocked Coventry City out in... Was it 88? The year after they'd won it?
I was 4. In fact, I wasn't even that. I was 3, Ben. So I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
But that's not based on anything other than gut feeling.
I mean, it was Sutton United. I didn't know whether it was actually this ground and whether since then they may have moved into another one. That was all.
Palace, edge of the area. It's well claimed by Murdoch. It's his footwork right. Jaden Camerson. Chidowobi is a long way offside. I think he's anticipating that being played first time by Jaden Camerson. The extra touch is the reason for being caught in that position.
Yeah, I think he'd stolen a yard or two there, it's fair to say.
Camerson under pressure, takes a good touch, gets a good clearance away as well.
Yeah, he does really well. You don't envy fullbacks being in that position where they're running out of grass and they want to try and prevent a corner. And doing it at speed as well.
Obviously something that they have to train for. Happening more and more often, isn't it? Putting fullbacks under pressure like that. Good throw. Lacey doesn't keep it in. Well, Crystal Palace finished down in 10th in PL2, but managed to get past Liverpool in the last round. Liverpool, who finished down in, why were they? Oh, they finished 7th, so already beaten one side that finished above them in PL2. But they've already beaten 2. Here's the ball in. Dangerous one. Will Murdoch again at the front post, snatches it out of the sky.
Yeah, really good take, but it's also a really good corner. I think if you position somebody between the front post and Will Murdoch, then that could cause you all sorts of issues, something that United have to be wary about the next time round, because there's nothing wrong with the delivery, but there was nobody there for Palace. It's a good take from Will Murdoch.
You heard Ben mention before that there was an opportunity for Manchester United to pip Chelsea to the PL2 title, in inverted commas. They actually finished level on points, Manchester United and Chelsea at the end of the season. Goal difference separating them. Chelsea managing to edge ahead by the extra 10 that they'd managed to accrue. Ball from Jack Fletcher to Tyler Fletcher. Tyler Fletcher doesn't need to be asked twice to try and make up the ground. Sliding tackle fired at the feet of Musa. Been a couple of those that have just been a little on the unfortunate side for Victor Musa. That time there was just no getting out of the way of it.
No, it was a strong challenge for him. George King.
Ten minutes till the break. Lee. Straight out of play on the far side for a Manchester United throw-in. It has been a bit of an attritional battle in midfield.
I was just about to say that it's got the biggest advert ever for 0-0 written all over it, because there's been so little goal-mouth action, but yet both teams are battling it out, so committed.
You understand that this is all your fault, right?
I will take full responsibility.
If you're just joining us, Ben Thornley saying we've seen plenty of goals from PL2 this season and been really entertaining. And I said to him, you've definitely jinxed it. That's a good ball forward and a chance maybe here for Manchester United. Chidowobi looking to get it across to Victor Musa. The trailing leg, stealing it away. Lacey. Great balance from Shea Lacey. Thwaites. And Joffrey and Armour. Manchester United with every outfield player in the Crystal Palace half. Well, Joffrey to Camerson. Camerson looking to get past Williams. Lacey between two, gets past the third challenge as well. Lacey's up to the edge of the penalty area. Clumsy tackle on the edge of the box. And the referee, I would imagine, is going to fish the card out of his pocket for this one.
Brilliant skill from Shea Lacey. That's why I enjoy watching him, because he can just turn something or nothing into something, as he did on that occasion. He had to sort of wait for the ball to come. He was looking behind him, and then when it appeared at his feet, he danced in between two players, clipping the ball between them, and then strode away from the third. I think again was George King. He made a good tackle earlier on. Oh, it wasn't George King, I apologise. Oh yes, it was.
It was George King that made the tackle,
yeah,
and will receive the yellow card, definitely.
It was. He made a good tackle earlier on Tyler Fletcher, but not that time on Shea Lacey. Lovely bit of skill, probably the best we've seen in this first half.
You can get rushed into those challenges, can't you, when you've seen a player skip past 2 or 3 tackles already, and all of a sudden you're feeling the pressure to stop that player. Fortunately, Lacey is back on his feet. Concerned for a moment there, but now you've got 2 excellent set-piece takers on the edge of the penalty area. Jim Thwaites with the number 8 on his back. Shea Lacey just to his right. It is Lacey that's going to drill it low, and goalwards headed home. And it's Danny Armour, youngest player in this under-21 side, and he's in exactly the right place at exactly the right time. Danny Armour gives Manchester United a 1-0 lead.
Well, it's a good strike from Shea Lacey. He tried it from a similar position earlier in the half, tried to catch the goalkeeper out, and this time, even though the goalkeeper makes a save, he pushes it straight into the path of the oncoming Dan Armour, who reacts before anybody else. In all fairness, it was straight to him, he was the closest, but he still needed to make sure he generated enough power to get it past Harry Lee, and he did that, and I told you it wouldn't be 0-0.
Ben is currently breathing a rather large sigh of relief alongside me. It's a good ball in, isn't it, from Lacey, forcing the save from Lee. And Armour reacting fastest. It's a really well-taken goal too. And it's come at a really good time for Manchester United. I know it's an old cliche, but it is a cliche for a reason. Manchester United now having to do a bit of defensive work. Brownlee.
Brilliant challenge.
Camerson with the tackle. Then stays strong in possession too, Camerson. Oy. What was that noise that you just made? Probably a similar noise to what Will Murdoch was making, but he's done brilliantly well to get his feet sorted out and get it away. Williams gets it in. Al Joffrey takes no chances and sends it out of play for a throw-in.
I'm not so sure whether that ball into Will Murdoch was supposed to bypass him and then go out the other side. And as he went to control it, I think he realised then that it probably was meant to go through him.
Too late at that stage. It's a good long throw. Camerson gets it away. Comes back out to Reed. Hubbard finds White. White is pulled backwards by Fletcher. The referee spots it, gives the free kick to Palace.
Yeah, I think he's right as well. He just had a hand on him after White had knocked the ball past him.
Referee just standing guard over the point where the free kick needs to be taken from. And the referee is calling 2 players out from the edge of the box.
Is it me, or we've just seen a little bit too much of the referee in this half?
A little. I also don't... Chido standing in the wall. I don't understand how he can have been involved in anything. They have a little chirp on the way back to their respective positions. Joe Gibbard and Chido Obi. You can hear a couple of moans of frustration, can't you, from the crowd as well. Back post, headed away by Kokonki. Murdoch, has to make certain of that. It was dropping, wasn't it? Didn't know exactly where it was going. Makes absolutely certain that it's going to land on the roof of the net.
I mean, it could have gone absolutely anywhere. And George King, did he touch that?
I think he's... Yeah, I think he has got a hand to it.
Okay. Well, there's one of these in-swinging corners.
Here it is, the delivery. Near post. Thundered clear.
Good defending.
No nonsense at the near post.
There's nobody in that gap to begin with, but they've got 3 players on the penalty spot, all making that same run towards the near post.
That long throw's lethal as well. It's a giant long throw. Hit goalwards, always drifting wide. Manchester United have survived a little Palace onslaught there. We're looking to try and see this out until half-time. Take that goal advantage with them, which has been hard won, Ben.
I was just about to say, it's been really hard fought for these lads to go in front 1-0. And hopefully they will take that with them into the half-time interval, but they have had to work really hard, and you could see that was the way that it was going to be in the first couple of minutes. 2 really committed sides, both teams playing basically within the, in between the 2 penalty areas.
It's only been in the later stages of this first half we've actually seen any goalmouth action at all. Murdoch gets there ahead of Dan Armour, and because Murdoch is facing downfield, Murdoch takes priority, knocks the ball out of play again. It's good communication between Dan Armour and Will Murdoch. Rio Cardines is going to take the long throw from the right-hand side here. Gets good purchase on that one too. Heads go up. Real chance here for Palace. Foul on the goalkeeper. Can't do that. Free kick given. I think he's given the free kick, hasn't he?
He has.
Yeah.
High foot. It's the only thing I can think of.
Oh yeah, the referee has illustrated it perfectly with a representation of a high kick.
Oh right.
Inside the like he was practicing his karate in the penalty area. Thank you very much, Mr. Quelch. Good tackle from Jim Thwaites. Finds Lacey. Lacey takes the opportunity to scamper away down the right-hand side. Williams steps in, makes the challenge. It's a good one. And a play for a throw-in. The referee would like this to be taken from closer to the goal. Don't see that very often, do you?
No. And it does give him less space to work with.
Obi brings it down. Feeds this to Thwaites. The referee brings the first half to a close, and Manchester United head down the tunnel at the break, leading by a goal to nil. Dan Armour, close range header after a ball fizzed into the box by Shea Lacey, was parried upwards by the goalkeeper Harry Lee, And well done to Dan Armour, reacting faster than anybody else to nod home from inside the 6-yard box. Half-time at the VBS Community Stadium. Crystal Palace 0, Manchester United 1.
I grew up not far from here, kicking a ball about, watching Manchester United, dreaming about playing at Old Trafford, and seeing the impact our club has on our city. The academy gave me everything. So many people helped me along the way, and I'll never forget that. This club means everything to me and my family. The fans, the history, the standards, you feel as soon as you have this badge on your chest. I'm proud to be from Manchester, proud to represent this club.
Big stage, big player, Kobbie Mainoo.
I've experienced success here already, and I'm hungry for more. This will always be my home, my club.
Right wing corner now from United is going to be put into the penalty area by Bruno Fernandes. Every player in and around the penalty area. Outswing and delivery. Header comes in! And it's in the back of the net! And guess who? Casemiro from a corner gives Manchester United the lead. The Brazilian does it again. 7th Premier League goal of the season. And it's one that puts United in front. How big could that be in the race for the Champions League? United 1, Villa 0.
From the age of 12 all the way up to like 23, 24, I was in excruciating pain. I missed out a lot of my childhood. It's not something I like to go talk about because following 25 years has been immense. The feeling I got from London Marathon was amazing, and to get that medal around my neck at the end of it, I wanted more. So I've done a few London Marathons, Great North Runs, half marathons, 10Ks. Got involved in triathlon, did my first one in Lincoln. Someone from British Triathlon asked me if I'd potentially trial out for the development squad for Great Britain. A year later, made the performance squad. And then I wanted a career change. I'd worked in sport for 15 years. So I started another journey, so doing a BA Honours in counselling. And I'm near the end. So we're here today to present our symposium for our dissertation work. Exploring students' views on counselling in further education. Wanted to find out why they attend, if there's any barriers they attend. I've got 3 kids. If I can inspire them to be able to do what I've done, for me, it's amazing, it really is.
Welcome back to Sutton United, the VBS Community Stadium, where Manchester United lead Crystal Palace by a goal to 0 in the PL2 playoff quarter-finals. Manchester United just about edging the stats, Ben, as we look through the screen there, just having the edge in terms of possession. They've had a couple of shots on target, and that's probably the reason that they've managed to find a way through where Palace haven't.
Yeah, I think that just about fits the bill with what we actually watched in the first half, but you look second from bottom there, the fouls, that will indicate to you what a physical game it actually is. But United have edged themselves in front, and very, very, very marginally they deserve to be.
Yeah, I think that's a good call. Just about deserve to be where they are, and I think they've created more opportunities, whereas
Yes.
Palace has been sort of taking chances when they've come from set pieces or from broken down play, whereas Manchester United have been a little bit more creative. Here's the story of the first 45 minutes. This was the first opportunity that came in the game, really. Sonny Al-Joffrey at the back post here, gets his header back across goal, just couldn't get anybody on the end of it.
No, I don't think it was an attempt. It was the hope that somebody would be able to get in on the far post.
The next one was this one. Chido Obi found himself in the penalty area, forced a really good save from Harry Lee.
Well, Palace have found it really difficult. United have been so on top of them, and it broke to Chido Obi. It's a good save from Harry Lee in the end.
Really good free kick from Lacey. Forces the parry from Lee. Nothing he can do about it. Has to get down and make the save. Does that, and it just pops up perfectly for Dan Armour to head home.
Yeah, he struck the free kick from the. He'd won it himself, hadn't he? And Dan Armour gets the rebound.
This one headed away, and as it was lumped back into the box, it was dropping, and Will Murdoch couldn't be sure, so he just tips it over his bar.
It was a little bit scrappy, but Will Murdoch made sure, and United went in a goal to the good.
4 clips for your analysis at half-time shows just how little goal-mouth action there has been. It has been a game dominated by two sides desperately fighting for control in the middle of the pitch, and I wonder whether the energy expended in the first half might open the second half up a little bit, Ben.
I'm pretty sure it will, because both teams worked extremely hard to close each other down, to stop each other from playing, to condense the space. So you would imagine that the more the game goes on, the more weary players from both teams will become. That's why it's important that if you can get the lead, you've got something to hang on to.
Yeah, substitutions could be really, really important as well as we go through the second period, and Adam Lawrence will be looking at his bench and thinking, how can I best utilise those? We will see whether or not they do have an impact as we go through the second half. Manchester United, brilliant win against Liverpool to secure Champions League football yesterday. It was absolutely fantastic, wasn't it? And one of the men that has been absolutely pivotal in the run to securing Champions League football has been Manchester United stopper Senna Lommans. He's been speaking to Premier League Productions.
How have you transitioned into life at Man United so far?
I think the transition has been quite well, quite smooth, quite fast as well. The first couple of weeks were like getting used to everything. But then once I started to play and once I've started to do well, I think everything just came in together. All the puzzle pieces were coming together. So yeah, like looking back on it, I couldn't really have imagined it going any better. I feel at home here already. A lot of friends in the team as well, and just where I live as well is, yeah, I can't complain, to be honest.
The Manchester United jersey carries a lot of history, as you know. How do you mentally manage the expectations and the pressure that comes with that?
Yeah. I've been asked that quite a lot the last couple of months because, like you said, it's true that it's like one of, if not the biggest club in the world. But I'd like to think that I'm quite good at like downplaying it a little bit as a good thing. I think of like not worrying about it too much, especially when you're on the pitch, or not thinking about it, just playing as you always have played in your career. And I think that's probably why it also sometimes looks like I don't really have any pressure on me, or like it feels like I'm quite at ease on the pitch, because I just feel like I'm playing with my teammates and not really thinking about Manchester United in that sense. There are a lot of positives which you can take. I mean, the proudness I feel when I am able to have good games and like perform in a good way, especially at home in Old Trafford with the fans behind you, is something you can take a lot of energy from. So it's both taking and grabbing a little bit, but also like not thinking about it too much sometimes, especially when you're playing. So I think that's probably the most important thing. Yeah.
Looking ahead to the next few years, what are your dreams and milestones that you want to achieve at Manchester United?
I mean, quite personally for me, just trying to still improve and getting better every game, and trying to, yeah, just like I said, improving in my game. But then again, like it's also a team sport, so I really want to do well with the team and with United. So of course, one of the goals is as well is getting as quickly as possible another title and playing European football, which is also something I'm really looking forward to. So probably those two things are the biggest things, yeah.
Manchester United has a passionate fan base. Does that global scale of the club's support surprise you?
Yeah, it actually is, yeah. Like, that's probably surprised me the most, the amount of people from other countries, or actually how many fans there are in other countries all around the world, which is probably why this club is one of the biggest in the world, because not only in England it's such a big thing, but all over the world. I mean, in Belgium it was a big thing, of course, United, and still is, but it's not that far from the UK, so I always thought it was a bit like normal. But then again, if you watch like in Asia and Africa, like you said, South Africa as well, so far from here, but still they all watch it and they all give their support, and you can feel it with everything. So yeah, it's very nice to feel that support from all over the world.
He's made some really critical interventions over the course of this season, Senna Lomond. Brilliant to have him in between the sticks, and he's so calm and so measured all of the time, and I think that stability for this Manchester United side has been one of the reasons that they've managed to reach this third position in the Premier League table and secure Champions League football next season. It was a great game for Manchester United yesterday, and so many performances, Ben, that deserve a mention, starting at the back with players like Luke Shaw, who had another exceptional game for Manchester United. Aidan Heaven, who, I mean, it just sort of belies his age, really. He's such a young footballer and has played marvellously in the last 2 or 3 games for United. And of course, we would be remiss not to mention Kobbie Mainoo, who had another brilliant game yesterday. Yeah,
as you say, there were so many. You can throw in Casemiro into that mix. Certainly Matheus Cunha, who I thought was excellent yesterday. But yeah, the players that you've mentioned were brilliant. I mean, Kobbie Mainoo, since he's come back into the team, it showed everybody the quality that was obviously missing in the first half of the season. New contract for him, brilliant goal to win the game, brilliant performances that he's putting in. You have to have that. Don't get me wrong. Yes, people have spoken about Liverpool and how they've fallen away this season, but they were still on course to go level on points with us if they'd have come away with a victory yesterday. So you do need to be at your best, because they do have good players, and yesterday they showed terrific character after conceding those 2 goals in the second half to come back and win that game, and deservedly so.
It's been a Premier League season that's been a little bit odd, really, in terms of results, but again, over the weekend, Manchester United done favours, A, by beating Liverpool, but B, Aston Villa not picking up any points either. Brighton losing to Newcastle at the week. All of these things really helping Manchester United out as they hunted it down, and actually it's the consistency since Michael Carrick's come into the job that has been the real key aspect of Manchester United's season.
Yeah, I mean, how many is it? Is it 2 games? Is it that he's lost? That's all since he arrived. And the points tally, he's 5 points clear of anybody else come the starting the league in the turn of the year. It's just been such an upturn in everything. And that is the reason why we're in 3rd position, and hopefully that is where we will finish. And not only that, but we will try and push as close as we can to the teams that are above us. But I think everybody knows that it's going to be one of those 2 teams that wins it. But from 15th to 3rd, it's been a meteoric rise, and this is just the first step on the ladder to getting back to where Manchester United deserve to be.
Teams are on the way back out here, but just finally, Bruno Fernandes, we thought that he grabbed the 20th assist of his Premier League season yesterday. That'll have to go to the dubious assists panel. We might find out a little bit later in the week whether they reverse that, but it doesn't look like he's got it. Over the next 3 games, now Champions League football is confirmed. That is going to be the sole focus of almost every journalist in the Manchester press pack, is whether or not Bruno Fernandes is going to claim this little piece of history that would really cement him as one of the great midfielders in Premier League history.
Yeah, definitely. And listen, you have to say that the season that he's had, on top of the seasons that he's already had in a Manchester United shirt, you wouldn't bet against him doing that and coming out at the end of the 25-26 season with his total being the total that needs to be beaten in future. He's just been superb. It will be very harsh if he doesn't get given that, but it did touch Freddie Woodman's glove, and maybe that is what's going to wipe it off for him. But listen, United can now go and play with freedom. The hard work is done, and that's not to say that they take the foot off the gas, but there's just that little little bit of pressure that is off them now.
Yeah, it allows Michael Carrick to make some changes as well if he chooses to do so. Some of the players that maybe need a bit of game time, some academy players potentially that can come in and get some game time with the first team, you know, in the traditions of Manchester United seasons where young players get the opportunity at the end of the campaign. I wonder whether we'll see that over the next 3. Only way to find out is by sticking with us here on MUTV. We will, of course, keep you bang up to date with all of that. We are ready to go here in the second half at the VBS Community Stadium. Manchester United leading Crystal Palace by 1-0 in the PL2 playoff quarter-finals. Chido Obi gets us underway in the second period. Crystal Palace 0, Manchester United 1 in these PL2 playoff quarter-finals. Shea Lacey, early possession for him down the right-hand side. More of the same required from Adam Lawrence's side in this second period?
I don't think it'll be any different. As we spoke about at half-time, maybe as the game goes on, there might be a few more gaps open up because of the amount of work that both these sides have been committed to. But I think it will be more of the same from both sides, yeah. I think it's just going to be really hard fought.
Lacey. Thwaites. Sonny Al-Joffrey. Forward to Fletcher, back to Al-Joffrey. Armour finds the gap to Musa. Fletcher. Just gets crowded out of it. 2 or 3 Palace players there, and then Kokonki gets a good block in.
And while you've mentioned in the academy there, and we're watching the academy, how on earth, and neither of us can take any credit for this.
Yeah.
How on earth did we miss Michael and Will Keane as footballing brothers? Thanks very much, Russ, for letting me know.
To be fair, we did say footballing twins.
Twins, sorry. Twins, not brothers, yeah, twins. Even so. Very remiss of us, that.
Somebody's somewhere checking our Manchester United credentials and going, hang on a second. Fletcher finds Thwaites. Thwaites around the corner to Lacey. Lacey trying to find a bit of room. Hands all over him.
He had a grab at him, didn't he? Yeah.
It's clever from Tyler Fletcher to find Jaden Camerson. First time ball into the penalty area. He just couldn't rotate that hip enough, could he, Jack Fletcher, to get over the ball. And it's away and over the top.
Good ball from Jaden Camerson. Just when he had enough space to take a touch, he decided against it. It sat up nicely for him. And Jack Fletcher came onto him, just leaning back.
Often hear Ben talking about getting your knee over the ball, and that works even with those sideways volleys. The only way that you can keep it down is by having your knee over the centre line of the ball. Just gets underneath it. Here comes the press from United. Lacey. Ty White comes away to Williams. Camerson. Thwaites back to Camerson. How on earth has he got that pass away? Excellent work from Jimmy Thwaites.
Great pass.
Lifted out to Lacey. Out of play and a goal kick. You can see what Shea Lacey thinks of that decision. The assistant is right there.
Well, you made a call of it in the first half, but it's another really good example of the weight of pass that Dan Armour fires through the centre of the park between the lines to get attacks going. And as a midfielder stroke forward, you have to be able to deal with them when they come into you.
I was just going to say, it's trust, isn't it? Dan Armour knows that the best way for him to make sure that the pass reaches its intended target is to put some real fizz on it, and you've just got to trust that the touch that your midfielder or your forward's got is going to be good enough to deal with that, and so many times it is.
Yeah, whether it's to bring it under control or whether it's to pop it off to the side. But he's all over him. No, it's the other way.
Yeah, the linesman has unfortunately got that skew whiff. The initial shirt pull on Chido Obi is quite clear. Fletcher having his shirt tugged as well. Referee allowing that to go. Lacey making up the ground to make life difficult. King. Out to the right-hand side on Rio Cardines. Dylan Reid comes back to Farquhar. Walker-Smith. Down the line to Cardines. Pulled back, but Joffrey gets there ahead of Williams and knocks it away for the throw-in.
He read the pullback, got himself into a position where he could intercept.
Going to be another long throw. It's definitely a weapon in the Crystal Palace arsenal, isn't it? Generates so much distance on that from a really nonchalant throw.
He's given a corner.
Yeah, that's... you can see the frustration from Jim Thwaites. Yeah, I'm not convinced on that at all. Tyler Fletcher's gone to block the near post short one. Has to go long towards the back post. Too long for anybody.
Oh.
A little naughty, that challenge, but the referee allows play to continue. It was a bit of a lunge, wasn't it?
It was naughty and it was unnecessary.
Cardines keep that one in. Lifted forward by Gibbard, collected by Will Murdoch. Back to Murdoch. Yeah, that's a wrestling match, isn't it, between Chido Obi and whichever centre-back is trying to deal with him, whether it's Jamaid or Farquhar. Fletcher looks for the ball infield, but it is intercepted. King looks between the lines. Armour gets a touch to it, but only finds Cardines. Williams has some space, gets the shot in. And again, it's really good footwork from Will Murdoch to shuffle across and scoop it up.
Yeah, he didn't make the connection, did he? Sev Williams steps inside here. Nobody really closes him down until the very last second. By that time, he'd not really concentrated on his shot, and Will Murdoch was in a perfect position.
I wonder whether he could have taken it on before the extra touch, actually. But what would I know? Just a gob on a stick, really. Headed away by Fletcher to Musa. Thumped across field. That's a great ball. What a brilliant pass that is into the feet of Lacey. Lacey in the area, wriggling free, finds some space, shifts it onto the left foot, bends it goalwards, and very nearly squeezes it through the hands of Harry Lee.
Super ball, super vision. I think it was Jack Fletcher, wasn't it?
Yep.
What a ball that is. Pass of the game so far, great vision. And then Shea Lacey goes and weaves his magic inside, then back inside again. You could see what he wanted to do. It was just a bit too central.
Going to be a free kick to Crystal Palace. Rio Cardines is standing over it. I think they would like the wall moving, some of these fans. The referee, was in no rush, was he, the referee? Wow. Who's he booking here? Well, Jim Thwaites has gone in the referee's notebook, but at no stage has either the assistant or the referee asked Jim Thwaites to move.
Well, we called it in the first half, didn't we? So we'll just leave it there.
It's a harsh booking, isn't it? If you've not been asked to move, and then you book for not moving. Meanwhile, Jim Thwaites still hasn't retreated, even after receiving the yellow card. So I don't even know what it was for. Thundered in, headed away. Loose touch, and then a stretching challenge from Williams. The referee's given the throw in.
I think he did win the ball. He was on the stretch, granted, but I think he just about won the ball, but he was lucky because it was a poor touch, and again, United were straight on top. Here we go.
The referee is calling over Sonny Al-Joffrey.
I'm surprised he's not ordered himself a ref cam so that we can have somebody following him about.
I was just trying to listen into what he was saying there, and I think he was saying no more dissent, but I'm not convinced that he hasn't caused some of the problems himself, the referee.
Massively so. I mean, you said that he booked Jim Thwaites for whatever he booked him for, and if it was because of the distance he was standing, Jim Thwaites never moved. Great touch.
Lovely bump from Tyler Fletcher as well. Oh, that is a really, really tough challenge. Sonny Al-Joffrey is down here. Shea Lacey looks long for Musa. Ball is going to go out to the right-hand side, and Cardines is going to volley it downfield. Yeah, straight away. It was one of those 50-50 block tackles either side of the ball. Stretching from both players. Looks a bit uncomfortable. Oh, it is. It's really high, isn't it? It's gone over the ball, Ben.
Absolutely. I don't think I needed to see the replay. And the referee's right there. He's made a rod from his own back. Somebody needs to tell him that people haven't come to see him. They've come to see a game. And he's just been far too pernickety.
And then misses that one, which
it was high. It
may well have got the ball, but he's gone in sliding, stud showing. They're leg breakers if you're not careful.
Certainly just above the ankle like that. That's where majority of these injuries happen.
Yeah, I mean that is not a good challenge at all.
No, and he's actually the closest person to the incident, and he doesn't pull it up.
They are just checking Sonny Al-Joffrey.
Fair play to Adam Lawrence for keeping his cool.
Well, Sonny Al-Joffrey has just politely explained to the referee that I think the phrase career ending was just uttered by Sonny Al-Joffrey, and do you know what? If that leg's planted, he's not wrong, is he?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, frustration levels rising from the Manchester United skipper, and you can understand why.
Did he get booked?
Yeah.
But unbelievably, there's not even a foul given.
Yeah.
Listen, it's been a competitive game and we've enjoyed that part of it. Okay, it's taken away from the overall quality of the game that we'd love to see, especially at this level. But when it comes to something like that, you have to draw the line, and the referee has concentrated too much on the wrong thing for me.
Yeah, that's a poor miss. Back to Murdoch. Brownlee penalised for the tackle on Tyler Fletcher.
Made a bridge for him, didn't he, a little bit?
Now Jim Thwaites being spoken to by Adrian Quelch as he allows Sonny Al-Joffrey back onto the field.
Well, we're all glad that he can come back onto the field. Things like that.
Yeah, frustrating. The referee,
yeah, he's dishing out his threats, isn't he?
He's certainly. Who's he threatening to give a second yellow card to there? Is that Jim Thwaites?
It was either Jim Thwaites or Jack Fletcher. It was one of the two. Has Jack Fletcher been booked?
No, so it must be Jim Thwaites.
Then. Yeah, it is.
We're in the territory here where referee may well just lose control of the game just a little here.
Yeah.
And United are going to have to, and Palace too, to be fair, just going to have to find a little bit of discipline in themselves to make sure that they're not on the receiving end of anything untoward.
Well, it might be that Adam Lawrence perhaps acts before the referee is given a chance.
It's brilliantly well done from Jaden Camerson as well. Maybe just focusing on some of the stuff that's going on around the football, but it's really good defensive work from the fullback. Under pressure again, manages to win his side a goal kick.
He's had an impressive game. United are blessed with two very athletic fullbacks in Jaden Camerson and Godwill Kokonki. But defensively, they are both sound as well.
Camerson in towards Musa. Fletcher loses out to Williams. Williams driving forward. And Joffrey makes the challenge, gets it away to Jim Thwaites.
We got away with one. About time though.
Obi fighting hard to keep his feet. Does get the ball out to Lacey with a little bit of help from the Crystal Palace leg. It's another nudge in the back of Shea Lacey, isn't it, from Dylan Reid? Armour. Al-Joffrey. Dan Armour again gets it back to Will Murdoch. Just got stuck under his feet, didn't it? And then he has to protect the ball to be able to get the pass away. See what Tyler Fletcher is attempting to do there. Just gets a bit too much on it. Won't hold up as it skips off the turf and out of play for the goal kick.
Yeah, the same as his brother did earlier from the other side.
One's stronger on the right foot, one stronger on the left. Cardines flicks this on to Ryland Brownlee. Up against Kokonki. Makes two good challenges. Such a difficult fullback to get past. Godwill Kokonki. Referee continuing the conversation with Sonny Al-Joffrey. Good tackle from Obi. Still 1-0, Manchester United lead. 26 minutes of normal time remaining. This game has to be decided tonight. Bouncing ball finds Seb Williams. It's good defending from Manchester United. Numbers out to him. No challenge attempted inside the penalty area, just ushered him out of the box. Now Lacey. Good footwork to get the ball away.
Brilliant. Oh,
good touch from Chido Obi as well, and he's got the return pass to Jack Fletcher. Fletcher takes a touch and gets it out to Victor Musa. Musa scoops it backwards. Kukonki. Thwaites just takes his eye off it, but it falls, doesn't it, to Tyler Fletcher, who takes it on. Another shot goes in, big deflection again. Obi lurking, punched away as far as Shea Lacey. Lacey bends one goalwards, deflected wide for the corner.
Yeah, Farker wasn't sure, was he, where he was in relation to where the ball was going. It would have gone wide quite clearly. Jamid's asking for a foul there.
Well, they've not been given all game.
No, you can see the trajectory of the ball. It wasn't going anywhere near the post, but Farcar's given away an unnecessary corner because he wasn't aware of his surroundings. Or as you like to call it, his pitch geography.
His radar is what I would call that.
Okay.
His radar. Pitch geography I use as a commentary term for where the ball is on the pitch when I'm doing radio comms.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Fair enough.
Because I'm a nerd. Ball whipped in, turned away. Gibbard just getting his foot to that to send it out for a throw-in. It has not necessarily been high quality from either side, but it has been well contested.
Definitely.
Sometimes those are the most fun games to watch. Palace throw-in. Header won by Kukonki. We've had a change as well. It's a Manchester United change, and it is Jack Morehouse that's onto the field and onto the ball here.
In place of Jim Thwaites. Yeah, it had to be. It had to be.
Yeah.
That pass
just drawn the attention of the referee, hadn't he, Jim Thwaites? And regardless of what he was then going to go on and do, was in a position where the referee was keeping a really close watch on him.
Yeah, it's good management from Adam Lawrence.
It's a good chance here for Fletcher. Now Lacey at the near post. That's a really good block from Farquhar.
Yeah. They're not alert. I mean, they just allow Williams there, allow Shea Lacey to run, and he ends up with the ball at his feet, and his centre half gets him out of trouble.
It's committed defending, isn't it? Back post delivery. And Joffrey was stretching. Closing down here too. It's really good work from Sonny Al Joffrey. Have to say that is something that this Manchester United side do better than almost any team I've seen in PL2 this season, and that is that counter press. The second that you lose the ball, it's an immediate snap into a defensive mode, and whoever the closest is to the ball, they go and get as tight as they can, as quick as they can, and the amount of times that the turnover comes back immediately, really impressive.
Yeah, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
Defensive record's been great too.
Defensive record's been brilliant, and they've got the quality going forward to be able to score goals from many different sources.
I think the other thing, you know, if you've seen any academy, Manchester United academy football this season, is they have these fundamentals of the way that they play, these principles that they do not move from. They stick to them religiously, and it's paid dividends for both the 18s and the 21s this season. Armour and Al Joffrey conspire to get the ball clear. Obi switched on, closing down, and again causes problems. Musa's up to help. way back to Will Murdoch. Armour, that left-footed ball downfield.
Hand.
Not been given. It's the same one that Chido-Obi got pulled up for in the first half. That one spotted.
Well, that one wasn't. That was much more obvious. He miscontrolled it and then decided to use his hand to bring it under control. You can't do that.
And then a little nudge in the back of Victor Musa. We are going to get 2 Crystal Palace changes here. First one is Jamaid to make way. It's going to be replaced by Hindalo Mustafa. Second one, the fourth official, I think, forgets to put the numbers on the board. Nice and easy for us, though. It's Ryland Brownlee that's going to make way, and it's David Angibo who's coming on. And we can tell that because he's about 6'7". Saw him play
in the 18s.
Very briefly for the under-18s before he picked up a head injury in the FA Youth Cup.
Oh, and wasn't happy about being brought off, was he?
Correct. But then had to go through concussion protocol, so missed the Premier League Cup game between Manchester United and Crystal Palace's under-18s 3 or 4 days later. Now gets another opportunity to face Manchester United, and he is rangy. You can see him in between Armour and Al Joffrey. In between Armour and Al Joffrey there. And look, he's a good 3 or 4 inches taller than Dan Armour. Is blocked by Chido-Obi's hands. Referee manages to spy that one. Gives the free kick. Into the final 20 minutes we go, and Manchester United still leading by that goal to nil, scored by Dan Armour in the first half after Shea Lacey's effort was parried. This is a good run from Godwill Kakonki. Kakonki's still going. Just gets tipped off balance, doesn't he? But United have won it back, and Obi's in a really dangerous position. Chido-Obi! A brilliant finish from the edge of the penalty area to double United's lead. The run from Kakonki is brilliant. The finish from Chido-Obi, perfection from the edge of the penalty area.
Well, his chances have been limited in this game because it's been a real physical battle with both Jamid and Farker. But give bags of credit to Godwill Kakonki, the way that he kept going, and even when he wasn't favourite, he got the deflection straight back into the path of Chido-Obi. He had Shea Lacey in arguably a better position, but such is his quality in front of goal that he decided to take it on himself, and he buries it in the near bottom corner. That's the cushion that they needed.
It's a good finish from Chido-Obi. Picks the very bottom left-hand corner. Couldn't be any tighter to the post, really. And that is why the goalkeeper, Harry Lee, can't get to it.
I'm just wondering whether Harry Lee may have anticipated seeing Shea Lacey in the position he was in, that's where the ball was going, and he'd already edged himself across his goal.
Hedged his bet somewhat. Good header from Tyler Fletcher. Chido-Obi lifts it out brilliantly to Shea Lacey. Just evades him. It's going to go out for a corner. I think that's what the flag was from the assistant. It is. It's taken short. Morehouse back to Lacey. Still got Morehouse with him. Find some room. It's a clever thought from Shea Lacey, trying to whip it into the back post, but just overcooks it.
Sometimes the way that he drags that ball like that, and he goes and he stops and he comes back. I played a couple of times, I'm sure how old I am now, against Peter Beagrie. And he was as good as I've ever seen at that.
Chido-Obi. Sorry, Ben. That fell to him in the penalty area, didn't it? And it's a really good save from Lee. Obi just trying to
no.
be...
I apologise, he couldn't have been offside.
I think he's on. I
Yeah,
think he's
with
been
Farke.
played on
Yeah,
by Farke at the
yeah.
back post. Not far away at all. Sorry, Peter Beagrie.
Yeah, was brilliant at it. Anybody that ever watched him, anybody that's out there that ever played against him, he was a nightmare.
Corner, back post. Header from Al Joffrey, can't be controlled. It's behind for a goal kick. It's that...
You knew what he was going to do.
Yeah.
There was just no stopping it.
That old commentary phrase, twisted blood, springs
Yeah.
to mind.
Another one as well, Pat Nevin. He was like that.
Well, this is an opportunity for James Scanlon, back from his loan spell at Swindon. And he's going to come on to replace Victor Musa. 6 appearances for Swindon for James Scanlon. Managed to bag himself a goal as well. And the Gibraltar international, back for Manchester United's under-21s.
It'll be invaluable experience for him and Gabe Biancheri at Rotherham.
Biancheri, Wales Youth International, has scored so many goals for Manchester United, but going and playing a bit of first-team football somewhere is an entirely different experience. Got 11 appearances for Rotherham. Managed to find the back of the net, but will have taken more away from those 11 games than you can imagine, I would suggest.
Definitely.
Maybe an opportunity to see Gabe Biancheri a little later. We will see. The ball across field. Finds White. White picks out Mustafa. Cleared away by United. Lacey. Tricky feet again. Handball not given. Comes back to Ty White. Gibbard. Well, clearly just clotheslined Jack Fletcher as the ball's into the penalty area again. Yeah, maybe it's out of the referee's sight line, but definitely catches him. Jack Fletcher. Good turn. Gets it away to Obi. Stabs it to Morehouse. Morehouse out to Lacey. Al Joffrey to Morehouse.
Great touch.
Excellent feet, hasn't he, Jack Morehouse?
Yeah, it was a really good touch. Under a lot of pressure there. He brought that in really well.
One of the things that's, that stood out about Jack Morehouse when we've watched him over the last couple of years is his ability to run with the ball.
Yeah.
And if it opens up for him in midfield, you watch him go. Great balance, great composure. Seems to gobble up the meters as well, doesn't he? It's a good ball out to Ty White. White against Camerson, fullback against fullback. And it's Camerson that comes off the winner in that particular battle. I can understand the complaints from Crystal Palace, but unfortunately it was clearly a foul.
Yeah, it was a foul. It wasn't really a challenge that he needed to make. Just a bit, should we say, over-exuberant. Great defending from Jaden Camerson, though. Been impressed with him this evening.
Obi again, just trying to be a nuisance up front. Morehouse goes in, makes the challenge. The referee has given the free kick, has he? Yeah. Just playing the advantage that didn't come. Walker-Smith. Angibo gets his head to it, but can only direct it into the penalty area.
Well, I mean, you'd expect him to get his head to it.
You'd need a ladder to mark him.
I'd need a trampoline.
That tickled me. Oh dear, you do make me laugh, Ben. Trying to find some composure before I speak again. Will Murdoch does that thing that all strikers find infuriating. Waits for you to get within about 10 centimetres and then picks the ball up. A stretching tackle, does make connection with Camerson, but he stays strong. Lacey gets away into the penalty area, just loses his footing at the crucial moment.
He's been a handful, Shea Lacey, all evening. Diminutive.
We said this game would open up, didn't we,
Yeah,
in the second half, and all of a sudden, what a tackle that is from Tyler Fletcher. Brilliant. Well, I think Chino Obi is leaving the field. The referee
Quite
threatening him with a yellow card if he doesn't leave the field quickly enough.
The whole game, well, not the whole game, but certainly in the second half, the threats that he's dished out have been so unnecessary. It cannot be the way to referee a game.
Chino Obi is going to be replaced by Gabe Biancheri. Gets an opportunity for 10 minutes or so.
Oh, he's got his goal.
Well taken too.
Yeah.
From the Dane.
In a game of limited goal-mouth action and chances.
Oh, Joffrey. Picked up by Mustafa. Mustafa into the area. Is he going to get one back? It's just wide. It is a corner, which means that it's a critical intervention from somebody inside the penalty area.
Yeah, it's good strength and good pace shown by Mustafa, the substitute.
Is that a save?
It has to have
Will
been.
Murdoch.
Yeah.
Wow. What a stop that is from Manchester United's goalkeeper. Just enough on it to force it past the post. Excellent stuff.
You'd like to think from the how close he was to the target that it was on target, so the touch from Will Murdoch must have deflected it away.
Header comes in. Oh, what a save again. Will Murdoch at the double. What a brilliant save. Bullet header from inside the area. Cat-like reflexes from Will Murdoch.
I think that was Angibo, wasn't it? Yeah, it's a great save. He's working as hard as anybody, Will Murdoch, to make sure that his goal stays intact.
Well, if football ever doesn't work out for Will Murdoch, however unlikely that is, he's certainly got a second career as a fighter pilot, I think, with reflexes like that. Two crucial saves from Will Murdoch in the space of 60 seconds. Well, all of a sudden the game has provided a boatload of entertainment in the last 10 minutes. Given away, Shea Lacey looking to get there, just about dealt with by Farquhar, wasn't it? And now a chance for Walker-Smith to get away down the left-hand side. Kept himself onside, Ty White. And then impedes Jaden Camerson, who continues to win battle after battle down that Manchester United right-hand side.
Yeah, the right-hand side has been really impressive this evening. The work rate and the defensive attributes of Jaden Camerson, and then his willingness to go forward And then with Shea Lacey in front of him, he's got somebody who can deliver and work defences inside and out.
Flicked over the shoulder by Fletcher. Angibo wins the header. Mustafa runs onto it. Kokonki tidies up for United.
Oh!
Yeah, he's had a little kick out there at Will Murdoch. Has the referee booked him?
I don't know.
Surely that's...
Well, one thing it was unnecessary.
Yeah, but if he has had a kick out, I mean, technically it's a red card, isn't it?
Well, yes, but yeah.
I know we don't want to see anybody sent off, but Palace looping one, headed back across goal by White. Jack Fletcher gets there. Kokonki finishes off the clearance. Has to be a good enough header, and it is, all the way back to Harry Lee.
Well, the second half has certainly been more entertaining in terms of goal-mouth action than the first. Well, that Chido Obi goal was just giving United that cushion. And they have been the better team.
Two good headers there defensively from Manchester United. And Walker Smith. He's got a long throw on him as well.
Well, yeah, they had Jardines from one side and Walker Smith from the other, didn't they?
I don't know how you get that much distance on a throw.
No.
Was only ever very good at throwing heavy things, like shot put and discus. Was all right at them. Rubbish at javelin.
I was. Couldn't throw a javelin for toffee.
You throw a cricket ball?
Yeah.
Should be able to throw a
Bit
javelin.
smaller than a javelin.
Yeah, but it's the same action. I can't throw a cricket ball either. All's out of play.
I wasn't bad at the discus, but I was never strong, so I couldn't throw a shot put. Well, I could, and then I'd just bend down and pick it up again.
Manchester United, with 2.5 minutes of normal time remaining, look like they're heading to the semi-finals of the PL2 playoffs. They will face Manchester City. If that's the case, do still have to deal with this last few attacks from Crystal Palace. Mustafa that time dispossessed. Scanlon, clear foul on James Scanlon. The Gibraltarian goes tumbling to the ground. I think we may have lost the feed to Crystal Palace, and we will try and get that back for you just as quickly as we can. Whilst we are having those technical issues, Ben, just a word about how well Manchester United have dealt with the situation in front of them, because it hasn't been made easy by various circumstances, you know, namely the officials making life a little bit tricky for them, but they've kept their discipline brilliantly well and gone on then and scored the second goal. Yeah,
they have. I think Adam Lawrence will be really, really pleased with the way this game's gone. I think he'll be more than satisfied. They know that they've beaten a good side, a very difficult side to play against, a physical team. We saw that just spilled over the edge with that challenge on Sonny Al Joffrey. And you're right, the referee hasn't helped. He's not contributed at all. You know, we can hear the microphones that are around the pitch coming through into our cans, and some of the things that he's coming out with, they're almost like threats to players. But Adam Lawrence acted accordingly when he heard what happened was about to happen with Jim Thwaites, and you know, we called it, didn't we, that he would probably act upon that, and he did that. But that's just unnecessary at this sort of a level. You can't referee games like that at a professional level. But they played really well, scored 2 good goals, overall deserved it, but that'll be a very, very satisfactory evening's work for Adam Lawrence. And we've now got 2 Manchester derbies to look forward to at academy level.
You couldn't have written it, could you? We're going into stoppage time now at the end of the 90 minutes. We've just had another yellow card dished out, this time for Jack Fletcher, who has gone in the referee's notebook. So that'll be as Manchester United are fighting to keep that 2-0 lead as intact as they possibly can going into the closing stages of the game. But actually, I think it's another excellent performance, isn't it? And again, it's another brilliant defensive performance, not really given Palace any opportunity to challenge. And when they have, Will Murdoch's been there to make 2 really good saves.
Yeah, right near the end, the substitute Mustafa, when he sort of surged in between, and Will Murdoch's obviously got something on it that has tipped it away from going into the goal. And then he reacts superbly to the Angibo header. Listen, everybody has worked hard. They've had to, because they knew what a physical game Crystal Palace have and how difficult they are to break down and how hard they work as well. United have more than matched that, but just that little bit of quality has brought them out on top.
Yeah, the 2 goals that Manchester United scored, the first one from Dan Armour, who was in the right place at the right time after a brilliant free kick from Shea Lacey, forces Harry Lee into sort of parrying it into a dangerous area. He reacts faster than anybody and nods home. And the second one from Chido Obi is a fantastic run from Godwill Kokonki. And again, that tenacity in that run as well, because it almost gets taken away from him 2 or 3 times. And then as it falls in midfield, it's fired into the feet of Chido Obi, and he finishes brilliantly from the edge of the 18-yard box.
Yeah, 2 goals. I mean, the first one, Shea Lacey has won the free kick himself, but with a lovely piece of skill, the best that we saw in the first half. He takes the free kick. Goalkeeper, probably for me, has to do better, although he does bounce in front of him. But Dan Armour reacts quickest and gets enough on his header to be able to nudge it past him. And then Chido Obi, after the run from Kokonki, very, very difficult to stop. Then once you think the ball has just slightly been overrun, he doesn't give up, he doesn't retreat back to his position, he goes and he presses, and he gets that little bit of luck that his hard work deserves. And when the ball falls to Chido Obi, he elects to ignore Shea Lacey, which was probably the better pass, if I'm honest. But who am I to say that when his final touch is to slam the ball into the bottom corner and give United what is now an unassailable lead.
Absolutely right. Obu's onto the field to replace Seb Williams in a change in stoppage time for Crystal Palace. Just a reminder, we'll try and get the pictures back to you as quick as we can. They are being provided to us by the host broadcaster, so that is Crystal Palace sending us the pictures. So we are going to get them back, and we are into 6 minutes of time added on at the end of the game. So, good, we can bring you the final 4 minutes of this one, as Manchester United still lead by 2-0, and Shea Lacey is away down the right-hand side. Thank you for bearing with us whilst we lost the pictures from the VBS Community Stadium. And as I say, just the 2 things to tell you about, and that is Obu is onto the field, David Obu. He has replaced Seb Williams, and the other thing that we've missed is Jack Fletcher has been booked as well, so another yellow card for Manchester United. Morehouse to Shea Lacey. Lacey forces it off a Crystal Palace defender and behind for a Manchester United corner. Short one taken. Morehouse and Lacey working together. Morehouse nutmegs his opposite number, but can't get onto the other end of it. Palace trying to come away, but overplayed by Mustafa. Confirmation of that substitution is on your screen now, as United thump the ball clear. Biancheri lurking, trying to cause problems. Gets a slight touch to it, but it ends up safely back with the goalkeeper Lee. And now Joffrey lifts one forward, and again he's looking for Biancheri, who's being dealt with by Craig Farquhar. Been a good performance from this Manchester United side, Ben.
Yeah, as I said earlier, I think it'll be a really pleasing performance for Adam Lawrence, because it's a different type of game when you come up against Crystal Palace, and they have stood up to the test and more.
Apologies if the effects microphones are picking up some choice language coming from the field of play. Shea Lacey looking to get the ball away down the left. Obu infield to Reed. Reed looking for some space to either get the shot away or get the pass away. Pushes it out to the right-hand side, and Cardines sent in by Gibbard. Morehouse racing to get on the end of that one. It's good running from Jack Morehouse, and he's caused a problem for the goalkeeper. Just gave him the hurry up, didn't he? And Lee forced into a hurried clearance.
And that's the epitome of this team, that we are into the 96th minute, and Jack Moore, OK, you can argue that he's not been on the field for 90 minutes, but that work rate is instilled in all of these players, and he chased and harried and forced the goalkeeper into a mistake. And United, hopefully now, these last 30 seconds, they'll just run the clock down, and they will leave here with a 2-goal victory.
Regardless of how you look at it, it's the 96th minute, and it's a full sprint for a 60-70 yards from Jack Morehouse, just to put a little bit of pressure on the goalkeeper and force the error. United are going to try and take this throw in to the very, very end. Biancheri looking to get there again. It's out of play. Referee checks his watch. Doesn't bring the game to its conclusion just yet. But Godwill Kokonki is going to give him another opportunity to do so when he finally gets this throw-in in. Referee does bring the game to its conclusion, and Manchester United are heading to a PL2 playoff semi-final against Manchester City after a fine 2-0 win over a tough Crystal Palace side. Dan Armour opening the scoring for Manchester United, header from close range after Shea Lacey's free kick was parried by the goalkeeper. Second one came from Chido Obi, finished with aplomb from the edge of the penalty area after a barnstorming run from Godwill Kokonki to set it up. Full time from the VBS Community Stadium, Crystal Palace 0, Manchester United 2. Really good performance from Manchester United, and they've now set themselves up a delicious tie against Manchester City in the semi-finals.
Well, it'd be nice, wouldn't it, if it could have been the final, but it's the teams that finish second and third who go into a semi-final, and I can't remember, is it Spurs and the winner of Brighton and West Ham contest the other semi-final? But yeah, playing Manchester City is always a great leveler, because both sides and both age groups are doing so well this season that everybody will relish that.
Yeah, Brighton actually leading West Ham by 2-0 at half-time in that other tie. Here is the goals from the game. Well, this was the opener. Free kick from Shea Lacey is a fizzer that causes problems for the keeper, and finished well by Armour. Well,
he won it himself with his own piece of skill, took the free kick, and Dan Armour reacts quickest to nod it past Harry Lee.
Just right place, right time for Dan Armour, and played plenty of games for under-18s and under-21s this season. Does really well. This is the run from Godwill Kokonki. 1, 2, 3, 4 players, fends that one off. Gets past the fifth too, and then as the ball is cleared away, it's picked up well there by Fletcher and finished brilliantly by Chido Obi.
Yeah, it's a great run. You look where Kokonki starts, but that's what he can give you going down that left-hand side. And then Jack Fletcher, as the ball broke, because Kokonki didn't give it up, ends up with Chido Obi, and he smashes it in the bottom corner.
And Manchester United head to the semi-finals of the PL2 playoffs. Excellent work from Adam Lawrence's side. Full time at the VBS Community Stadium. Manchester United have beaten Crystal Palace by 2-0.
been a real shift in emphasis to consider how the art of coaching changes based on the age of the player that you're working with.
Manchester United is the greatest sporting story ever told. Now they're all going to write their own chapters.
The academy, the history, the values, the principles of how important giving young people a chance, that's never changed.
It's the same if you're working with an 8-year-old or if you're working with an 18-year-old. I think those behaviours, those values have to be prominent in everything that you do if you want to compete at the highest level.
We're trying to help them become individuals who are talented enough to play on the world stage.
Oh, what a ball, son. What an idea that is.
Ethan Wheatley on, and what a moment for Manchester United's academy.
This is the club's DNA, just to win trophies and play in these big games.
Here's the delivery from Mbumo towards the back post. It is Casemiro that gets up. Dorgu tries to turn it home. Comes out to Ahmad. Ahmad fires home! Oh, it's a screamer from the Ivorian! Thumps it in left-footed on the volley from the edge of the D. That's a piece of magic from Ahmad. Unbelievable, and it's 2-2 against Nottingham Forest.
Right on cue. What a